I'm going to show you how to set up a Lowrance HDS Ice unit. This will apply to any HDS unit. I'm running a HDS5 Gen1. It'll apply to the Gen 2s and the new touch units, as well as the Elite series, the Mark series, the older LMS series, the LCX series, so and also just about any other brand too. If you have a Hummingbird, Markham, anything like that, this will also apply to that. So I've just reset this unit back to factory defaults. So on the map screen here, I'm going to go over to Sonar, and there's my Sonar. So we're sitting in, just about 37 feet of water. I've got my ice transducer right here. The depth really isn't set properly on that, but just for this demonstration it won't matter. So this is how the unit comes out of the box, basically the way the Sonar is set up. A couple things I like to do when I'm ice fishing is hit menu twice, go here to Sonar, and go down to general, or to the fishing mode here where it's set to general use. I'm going to change that to ice fishing, and that's going to change my color palette and really optimize the settings for ice fishing. So if you have a Lowrance unit that has the fishing modes in it, definitely take advantage of those. Next thing I do is go to installation, and I'm going to change my transducer type here. I don't really know if this does anything. I know it's really, I think, just meant for temp sensors on different transducers for proper calibration, but I'm going to change it here. It may change some stuff for ice fishing, who knows. So PTI-WBL is what this unit uses. PTI-WSU is what some of the Elite series, Mark series units will use. So we're going to select that one and then save it. So first thing I'm going to do here, I'm in just under 40 feet of water. My range is set 0 to 60. I am going to turn off auto sensitivity and auto depth range. I'm going to change that to 40 feet. So now I have my bottom right here and I can see more of the water column. Frequency I leave on 200. Ping speed I leave at max. Sonar options here, I change the split to split zoom. So now this side's zoomed in, this side's full water column. Amplitude scope, that's your flasher. If you like to have that, you can leave that on. Zoom bars, you can have that as well if you're on the full screen zoom. I think they'll come up. The color palette is set to number 3. That's the ice fishing one. Sorry, I was just getting my GPS not responding alarm there, I think. Right here. So yeah, number 3, and you can play around with the different color palettes. I think number 3 is probably the best for ice fishing. I'm going to hit menu again, go to Sonar. Noise rejection, I turn that off. I like the way the unit looks a little bit better when that's off, and I'm going to put it in manual mode as well, so I can completely control everything here. Scroll speed, you can kind of play with that if you want a little bit quicker update rate. I don't like going much more than about 3 times. If you go any more than that, it does tend to get pretty fast. I'm going to set mine at 2 times, so that's just a little bit more than normal. As far as setting the page up on the unit, go up here to page. I'm going to leave my data overlays on. I'm going to edit my overlays. So my depth, I'm going to configure that, change that to small here in the size, enter, put the bezel on, and remove the caption. I'm going to add, go down here to time, add my time, exit back out. While I'm there, I will configure that. Bezel on, caption off, and this one I'm actually going to move. Just move that just up here beside the depth, just like that. I'm going to highlight water temp. I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to go add other and supply voltage. And we're going to configure that. Bezel on, caption off. I'm going to move that one just down here. Enter, menu, and I will save that. So that's basically all I really do to set this unit up. The next thing from there is I'll go to my adjust, and I'll just play with my sensitivity. That's way too much. Basically what I want to do is just mark my lure, which is right there. not as much green. There's too much color in that for me. So I'm going to back that down. And there's apparently some fish down there right now. So that's what my lure is going to look like. That's it. With that little bit of green. I'm going to back that down just a little bit more. And that'll vary on every lure you have, and your color line too. I'm going to back that down to the 68, see what it looks like. That's kind of what I want it to look like. Now if there's a fish, there's a couple black lines, so there's some really small fish coming up. If a better sized fish comes up after it, it'll show up as a lot more green, and if it's right under the transducer, it'll show up as green and yellow. So that's basically all I do to set this unit up. Really, there's not much more than that. Just clear that. You can play with the sensitivity as you go shallower and deeper throughout the day.